doing?
How you doing this afternoon? Carl Garrett.
Ian Marr.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
So we're going to try to get you out here today and just figure out where you are with your game, what you're trying to improve on, and maybe move into a few pre-shot fundamentals or something like that. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Okay. So how long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing since I was 7, so it's about 18 years.
Okay, so a good amount of time?
Yeah.
All right. What would you say your biggest struggle is with your game? What are you trying to improve upon?
Currently, I've been missing a lot of greens lately, so my ball striking is probably not the best with my irons.
Okay.
You know, I typically don't hit it out of play a lot.
Okay.
You know, I keep it in play, but you know, even when I hit fairways, it seems like I can't, you know, consistently hit greens.
You're missing out on birdies because you're missing greens and you're having to get up and down so far.
The short game's pretty good, but you know, you can always improve.
Right, absolutely.
But, you know, I'd like to have more birdie opportunities. I think it would help my game a lot more.
Okay.
You know, so.
Sounds good. All right, well, we're going to move into some pre-shot fundamentals and see if we can get that ball striking down, see if we can narrow something down from the beginning of the swing and move on from there.
Perfect.
All right, sounds good. Doing well. You mentioned in our introduction that you were struggling with your ball striking a little bit. Missing some greens, so you wanted to improve upon that. I have a alignment rod right here, and we're going to work on ball position. More than likely, a improper contact usually comes from incorrect ball position. So we're going to try to get that 7-iron as a standard of where you're going to put that ball. And wherever you move that club stronger or weaker, you're going to move that ball forward or backward in your stance. And we're going to work on that ball position by using this alignment rod here.
How you doing today?
How you doing, Ian?
Good. Good to see you again.
All right, so have you been able to get out to the course much and practice what we worked on since our last lesson?
I haven't been able to get out to the course, but I came over to the range a couple of times and worked on my alignment and you know, just trying to get everything aimed at the target.
Okay. You've been, did you practice your pre-shot routine and everything, standing behind the ball, picking an intermediate target?
That was mostly what I worked on. Was just trying to get behind the ball each time and make sure my alignment was good and where I was aiming the club at something intermediate between me and the hole.
All right, well, perfect. Is there anything else that you've been struggling with that we can work on? I mean, we've kind of worked on, you know, the basic intro to it. Is there anything that you are having trouble with when you go out and play, other than, I know you mentioned coming up short on the greens, but we worked on the contact and stuff like that.
I do have a lot of difficulty just trying to gauge my wedges.
Okay.
You know, getting different distances to be tight. You know, I can hit it on the green, obviously, but it's, you know, with a wedge in your hand, you want to be able to be within 10 feet.
Just get comfortable distances, pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you have in your hand right here?
I got a 60 degree.
Okay. How far do you usually hit that?
Actually, it's 58.
58?
Yeah.
How far do you usually hit that?
I hit it about 90 yards.
90?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, step right up here and hit a few just half swing wedge shots, and we'll see where that one kind of ends up. How you doing this afternoon, Ian?
Good. How you doing, Carl?
Doing well. So a few things that we're going to try to work on today. We're out here on the short game area at the Hackler course. We're going to try to work on a few chipping aspects as well as some putting. We're going to try a few drills, see if we can work out a few things. What have you been struggling most with your short game?
Probably higher shots, maybe, for wedge shots.
Like, you mean more lofted shots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like landing them and getting them stopped quickly.
Okay, so just kind of like a distance control thing with your wedge, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be able to be a little more agile around the greens instead of, you know, blading it and chunking it.
Okay.
You know.
All right, so we'll try to work on your ball striking and club selection around the green and see if we can tailor you some shots that are more consistent and get your game in a better spot, all right?
All right.
Sounds good. I've got a little drill set up for you here. I know you mentioned that you were struggling with your distance control on your putting. This is called the ladder drill. You've got 4 different distances. You can have 4 or more, it doesn't matter how many. But the objective is just to hit from this distance and get it past the hole, but leave it short of that yardage stick we have placed about a foot past the hole. This is just to give you a gauge of how hard you need to hit it to not run it way past the hole, okay? So we're gonna start off with this first ball here. This is at 5 feet. And we're gonna work our way back. We're not really trying to make them. If you make it, great. But we're really just focusing on getting it past the hole and before that alignment drop. All right, sound good? All right, we're gonna start with this first day in.
Let's go, Carl.
Doing well. All right, so we've got you out on the driving tee today. We're just going to try to fit you for a driver. You've been saying you feel like you could do something a little bit more stout than what you have now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feels off sometimes.
Okay, around what gram shaft are you playing right now?
I typically stick closer to a 60 gram shaft.
Okay, and are you?
I find 70 or above too heavy. I mean,
Yeah,
I
find it hard to make a
I
good
wouldn't mind
swing.
trying it again, but last time, I don't know. It's just
Okay, well,
hard to get swing speed up with that. I'd say.
Okay, yeah, no, you definitely do get more swing speed with a lighter shaft. We'll tinker around with a few different weights and see which one feels right to you. I've got some 70s and some 60s, both in extra stiff and regular stiff. So we'll see which one kind of works better for you. You're not always specific to a flex. Different shafts operate differently. So a lower spinning shaft is going to tend to be a little bit stiffer than a high spinning shaft. So you may fit into a stiff flex in one of those, but a different gram and ratio. So we'll tinker with a few things and get it figured out, and I'll have you hit a few shots. All right, perfect. Good afternoon, Ann. How are you?
Good, Carl. How you doing?
Doing well. All right, so today I thought we'd come out on the course, try to transition some of those skills to your normal game, see if we can improve upon a few things, and I'll kind of analyze where you're at on the course already, see if I can see a few other things, see if anything else kind of hindering you back from making some progress. So we're gonna start right here on the hole number 1 at Hackler, and so we'll see how it goes from there.
Sounds good.
Every time. Proper alignment, I mean, if you don't have proper alignment and you do everything else right, you're still not going to hit a good shot. So this is a good key to make sure that you're doing well every time you step into the shot, okay? All right, well, I enjoyed it today. We'll see you next time, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I wonder if the video cut out already. No.
Shoot your distance, match it to a club, and go. All right? Biggest thing I can give you, just practice-wise, when you come out here to the range, bring your range. You have a rangefinder?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot a few targets with your rangefinder. Figure out the distances that you normally play, and it's going to be a lot of just tinkering and figuring out how far you actually feel comfortable hitting those and with how far those different positions go with each club. And then from there, you've got 9 different options you can hit at any wedge shot. You're more versatile around the green, and that's what makes you able to score better. So just come out to the range, practice that same drill, work around with a few wedges, even try a pitching wedge or something like that. You can do. It's not specific to wedges. You can do pitching wedge or 9-iron. If you got a 80-yard shot, but you want to just roll it up. A 9-iron or 8-iron might get that done better than your 60. You don't have to be as precise hitting that exact distance. Right? Cool. So just practice that, and we'll see you next time. How's that sound?
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We came out here on the short game area, the putting green. We worked on a few things, a few drills to get you dialed in a little bit. As far as the putting green and your distance control, you can do this, by yourself. You don't need to have instruction. The ladder drill is just a really great drill. Put a few tees down, different spots, different distances, and put you one of your alignment rods right behind the hole, maybe a foot and a half, and just try to get those balls just to stop before that alignment rod, but past the hole. Like you said, you were struggling getting those 6-foot putts, a little bit closer. I feel like this will kind of give you a better feel of how much to move your shoulders. Distance control your putting, you'll be a lot more successful. And also out here on the chipping green, it's real easy just to simplify one movement, change the club. Every club has a different amount of carry and rollout, and you just have to figure out which clubs those are, how much does what. And you can't get that other than just practice. So you can come out here to the chipping green, putting green, practice those couple drills, and your distance control with your putting and chipping will get a lot better.
Sounds good. Give me something to work on.
Learn less than your extra stiff. I think that's solely due to the weight of the shaft. I think you may need something a touch heavier, but not quite in the high 70s range. It is going to feel different. It's just going to be something that you should get used to. It hurts you over time playing with ill-fitted equipment. It causes you to overcompensate with your swing. And I think with a little bit heavier shaft, it'll allow you to slow down your tempo, get everything aligned a little bit better. I feel like the lighter shaft is giving you that club head speed, but that club head speed is causing your upper body to get through too quick. Just doesn't allow your body to work efficiently and in sync with each other. So the best thing I would recommend, this is a 73 gram 6.0 Project X driver shaft. Theirs are a little bit different. They have comparison charts online. You should check those out. But they illustrate how they convert to stiff, extra stiff accordingly, stuff like that. So I checked one of these 73 gram Project X shafts out, and we'll get it put in your driver, and I think it'll really make a big improvement in your tee box game. All right, perfect. Sounds good. All right, Ian. Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you very much, Carl.
So we got you out on the course for the first time after we've worked on a few things at the practice range and chipping green, putting green. Personally, how do you feel from what we've learned has transitioned into your actual on-course play?
Probably how I set up for the shot. You
Okay.
know? I kind of have a different way of looking and approaching the ball. Now
Okay.
it's like I'm trying to aim myself a little better. You know?
Okay. Just kind of putting some more things into your setup and just making sure that you're doing everything right before you actually do hit the shot.
Yeah, so it can give me a better result.
Okay. Well, that's essentially what we've been trying to do, and just narrow down a few inconsistencies, stuff that you didn't have too good of an idea how to work with, like our chipping, our distance control, and our chipping, and our ladder drill with putting, stuff like that. That's really going to transition into the on-course play, and we saw that, once we stepped up to a few little shots around the edge of the green, and we felt like we were a lot more consistent getting that ball to end up, a shorter distance from the hole. And so I think that's you did a great job of that. I think you're improving in that aspect. And as far as your alignment, I think that you're getting out on the course, you're lining up to your target a little bit better, and you're getting the ball where you want it to go more times than not now. So I feel like you should see a pretty good increase in your level of play, and your score should go down.
All right, thank you very much,
Yes,
Carl.
sir, absolutely. That was a lot more down the line. What I'm noticing is your left foot here looks like it is a touch behind your right foot, which would, it would induce that across motion. So I want you to focus on having these toes right in a line with each other. If not, the left foot is slightly in front of the right foot. Okay? So what we're going to do for that is I'm going to
You're saying I'm a little open right now?
Correct, yeah.
My
Yeah,
stance?
your stance is a little bit open, so it's causing you to come across the ball just naturally. The biggest tip I could give you for that is you want to get those wedge shots a little bit lower. You need to come in a little bit flatter. So what I want you to focus on there is utilizing more of a turn rather than a steep swing motion. More of a sweep. Imagine you had like a hockey stick in your hand here, and you've got it out here, and you're just trying to sweep the puck down the ice. Okay? So I just want you to take aim at your target, and instead of coming straight down, just sweep through it this way. And you see how my lower body is clearing toward the target, but I'm still kind of just sweeping it. Here is just a distance control drill for your chipping. My biggest philosophy with anything with golf is just to make it as simple as possible. If we can simplify something, make it more consistent, we can be more successful. So I've got 3 tees and then a flag back there. And what the object of this is just to keep the same swing. We're going to keep a nice long putting motion, but all we're going to do is change the club for however long we want it to roll out. So for this shorter pin, you don't want to try to use a pitch and wedge or anything like that. You just want to use a lofted club like a 58 or 60 degree, and just something nice that gets it rolling out a little bit. Okay. Then what we can do is I have a pitch and wedge here. I'm going to keep the exact same swing, but I'm going to go to the farther target because this club's going to roll out more than my higher loft. So I'm keeping the same swing. I'm just letting it roll out a little bit more.
Okay.
So same concept goes into this 8-iron. Same swing, but it rolls out to that bar flat. So what I just want you to grasp an idea of is how much each of these clubs are going to release with the same swing. It's going to take a little practice to come out here to the range, at the range and the practice facility, but just set you up a few tees like this, hit the different distances, and it'll make you a little bit more consistent. So I'm going to have you demonstrate this same thing, distance. You know, are you more comfortable with an uphill putt than a downhill putt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have a better safety net there of how hard you can hit it. It'll slow down a little quicker. But you have an idea of the amount of stroke you need to take at different length putts, right?
Yeah.
Now you got an idea of that feel. So like I said, just come out here, put you down 3 or 4 tees, practice different distance putts, and just try to get them in there in that range, and you'll notice you'll be a lot more efficient with the greens, even from right here, 25, 30 feet. So just come out here and practice this drill, and a good way to put yourself in a pressure aspect is to, if you miss one or leave it short or go farther past it or hit the rock, force yourself to restart and just keep going through it until you get them without doing it, or like you did make them every time. So it's always good when they go. Already in with, this is a good example of where we could use our bump and run shot. Obviously, if the flag was a little bit further away, you might want to switch to like a 7 or 8 iron. If it was back there at the very back of the green, it'd probably be a good idea to use like a 7 iron. Just something you can just lightly bump it and run it out there, and most of the time you can end up closer to the hole that way. So what is this you have here?
Pitching wedge.
Pitching wedge? Okay. So just chip this pitching wedge right here, a little bump and run. Forward hands, feet fairly close together, a little bit forward weight. But you see how that was a little hard, but you see how it's easier to judge the distance of that rather than trying to, let's say, like hitting something like a flop shot here, or like lofting the wedge that doesn't run out that much is a little bit harder to do. So in this situation, the pitching wedge is the way to go. All right. And so on the driving range, we were working on some distance control with your wedges. So we've got a 80-yard shot here. What club you got? A 50 degree, you said?
It's a 54.
54. Okay. So about three-quarter half swing. What is that with this shot here?
Well, when I was practicing the shots over the last week, it was about a 3/4 54.
Okay.
From 80 yards away.
All right. So let's see that 3/4 swing with this shot here with your 54. Alright, Ian, we're at hole number 4. This hole's a little bit different, kind of similar to the shape of the last hole, but it's still a little bit long to carry. You don't have to necessarily worry about going through the fairway as much on this shot. So basically here, I just want to focus on alignment because you've got a pretty tight window you need to get it out on. You don't really want to get out on that left side because it's going to make it a really long shot to the green. You're going to add on 20 or 30 yards, just based on how far left it is. We're going to try to aim more toward the right side of this fairway. So I'm going to get you lined up. I want you to pick a target out in the distance where you think a good spot to start a ball on. And I'll watch your feet and we'll check it out and see if you're lining up correctly. All right? Target right in front of your ball. Just some kind of something in between your ball and your final target. All right. Whenever you're ready, just adjust the ball like you normally would.
I'm gonna aim at that cart.
Okay.
Or where the cart was.
perfect. Driver looks good.